All right, good morning and welcome into Southern Ohio Sports Authority's presentation of this Division III District Final between the Meigs Marauders and the Fairland Dragons. A little bit of a late start for us here as we were having some technical problems. So currently there's one away and a man on first due to a hit pitch. Pretty wet here so far to start off this game, and it would not be surprising if we do come out with a rain delay at some point, which is why we currently don't have our center field camera set up because it would be getting drenched right now. And we're kind of anticipating a rain delay, which is why we only have our camera behind the plate set up. So one away, 1-1 the count to the batter, Nico Carizzi. And one runner on. The 1-1 is outside, makes it 2-1. The Meigs Marauders, a 7 seed in the tournament, 17-5 overall, 10-2 in the TVC conference. Finished first overall in that conference. Previous win, a 10-2 win over the second-seeded Wheelersburg Pirates. And the Marauders currently riding a 7-game win streak coming into this game. And as for the Dragons, another 6 seed in the tournament, and another 7-0 win over another 2 seed in the tournament over the Portsmouth Trojans. Currently sitting at 19-5, finished 12-2 in the OVC, which, much like the Marauders, set them at first in their conference. And the Dragons currently riding a 14-game win streak coming into today's game. 3-2 the count. Sorry, I had the wrong lineups up at the moment. So Ethan Stewart is at the plate for the Marauders. He fouls this one away. It'll keep it at a full count here with one away and one man on in the top of the first inning. Payoff pitch on the way, fouled straight back and out of play. We'll try the 3-2 pitch again. So as of now, no lightning or thunder that would automatically send us into a rain delay, but the rain is coming down pretty hard, and there is a lot of it. 3-2 on the way as line shot up the middle, and that'll be a one-out base hit for Ethan Stewart, and that'll put 2 men on for the pitcher, Drew Dodson.
The pitcher, number 30, Drew Dodson.
Dodson comes to the plate with 1 gone, 2 men on, 1 in scoring position, fouls the opening offer back off the backstop, 0-1. To the count for Dodson. Pitch on the way, low and away, makes it 1-2. We will quickly go through the rest of the batting order for the Marauders. We'll skip the first 3, obviously. In the 4-hole, Drew Dodson batting 5th. The designated hitter, Caleb Burnham, batting 6th. The 3rd baseman, Terrion Eberts. 7th, 8th, and 9th, Joey Young, Jake Martin, and Connor Imboden. 2-2 the count to Dodson. Pitch on the way, outside, 3-2. From the stretch, the payoff pitch on the way. A high fly ball to right field, and it is brought in by Salmons. Tagging from second is Finland, and he will do so safely, which puts runners on the corners with 2 away.
The designated hitter, number 15, Caleb Burnham.
Brings up the designated hitter, Caleb Burnham, with runners on the corners 2 away here in the top half of this district final. Lines the first offering down the left field line, foul. Starts the count off 0-1. A 1 pitch on the way upstairs, evens it up at 1-1. You look at the radar, it appears it's gonna keep this type of rain for at least the next hour. And it might slow up around 1 or 2, only a 40% chance at both of those times. But as for the next 60 minutes, it's not gonna get any more dry, which only makes things tougher for both teams, especially on turf. The 1-2 pitch on the way, got him looking, strike 3 called, and that ends the top half of the first inning. We're still tied through the top of the first. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. And welcome back to VA Memorial Stadium, getting ready to kick things off here in the bottom half of the first inning. Bryson Hunt going to lead things off for the Dragons. We'll go ahead and take you through the rest of the batting order for the Fairland Dragons. In the 2-hole on deck, the left fielder Blaze Perry. In the 3-hole, Nico Carizzi. Batting cleanup, the catcher Cooper Cummings. 5th, Blake Trevathan. Batting 6th, the second baseman Alex Rogers. Batting 7th and playing right field, Tyler Salmons. And 8th and 9th, the first baseman Ethan Wall. And 9th, the designated hitter Connor Sanson. On the mound for the Marauders to start things off for them is going to be Drew Dodson. In left field, going to be Joey Young, Connor Embuden in center, Jake McRoy in right. 2-0 on the way. Ground ball to the left side, going to be foul. In the infield, Tyrion Eberts at third, Luke Finland at short, Lane Stanley at second, Ethan Stewart at first, Jake Martin behind the plate, and as mentioned before, Drew Dodson going to be on the mound for the Marauders here in this Division III District Final. From the windup, the 2-1 on the way, ground ball to the left side, going to roll foul. That'll make it a 2-2 count on the leadoff man, shortstop Bryson Hunt. There's the 2-2. This one fouled straight back and out of play. We'll try the 2-2 again. Fairland looking to extend a double-digit win streak that, you know, obviously started way before the tournament. Currently at 14 games. One here would not only make it 15, but advance them to the regional round, where we do not know who they'll face yet, as the other districts are a game behind. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by Eberts, and the throw on to first is in time for the first out of the inning. Bang, bang play at first, one away.
The left fielder, number 10, Meigs, Barry.
So I was just informed that actually the two winners of today's games play each other. I thought maybe it was like the Division IV games we did on Monday, where the districts that they would both play if they won their district were, I believe, a game or two behind, maybe a whole round behind. But in terms of the two games here today, winners are going to play at, I believe it said Beavers Field. I don't remember exactly. It'll be here again. Be here for a regional semifinal game next Saturday, maybe June 2nd, which I believe is also the Paints home opener here at the VA. 1-1 the count to Blaze Perry. 1-1 finds the zone, makes it a 1-2 count on the batter. Dodson delivers the 1-2. Got him swinging, strike three. 2 outs now for the Marauders. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Nico Carizzi.
The third baseman, number 17, Nico Carizzi.
The 1-0 is lined into the left center field gap. It'll be cut off by the center fielder in Bowden. And it'll hold Carizzi to a 2-out single, which will bring up the cleanup batter, Cooper Cummings.
The catcher, number 7, Cooper Cummings.
So June 2nd, going to be next Thursday. Which the winner of this game will play the winner of the game that's scheduled for 4, but could very likely be held back to, you know, maybe even tomorrow. I don't even know if they could play tomorrow. But that game being between the Zane Trace Pioneers and the Menford Falcons. Once again, scheduled for 4 o'clock, and if played today, will be streamed here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, just like this one is right now. Nothing in 2, the count to Cooper Cummings. Marauders looking to get out of this inning with the game still tied, 0-0. From the stretch, Dodson delivers the 0-2. It's low and away, which makes it a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. This one fouled straight back over the backstop. We'll try the 1-2 again. We will have time called at the plate. So far this postseason, Fairland a 10-0 win over Chesapeake, a 3-0 win over Lynchburg Clay, and a 7-0 win over the 2-seeded Portsmouth Trojans, which advanced them to this game. Meigs a 16-1 win over Alexander, a 3-0 win over Adena, and a 10-2 win over Wheelersburg on Tuesday. No, actually, I believe that was that Tuesday? Yeah, I believe that was Tuesday, which advanced them to this game as well. Two and two the count to Cummings. Delivery from Dodson up and in. Makes it a full count. Carizzi most likely going to be on the move on the pitch. Here's the payoff pitch. This one fouled away. We'll try it again. Pickoff attempt to first. Carizzi able to get back in time. If you're just now joining us, it's a Division III district final between the Meigs Marauders and the Fairland Dragons. Normally have a center field camera set up, however, today we do not, as the 3-2 pitch hits Cummings. And he will head to first with 2 away. So I don't believe we'll probably finish out this game, if it does finish out without a center field camera. If we hit a rain delay, maybe it clears up a bit. We may go put it out there during the delay. But most likely going to finish out this game with just the camera behind the plate. And hopefully, if you do tune in for the game that's scheduled at 4 o'clock, we may be able to have it out there for that game if the rain lightens up a bit. The first offering from Dodson finds the zone. The hit by pitch to Cummings brings up the opposing pitcher, Blake Trevathan. Here's the 0-1 pitch, fouled to the right side and out of play. Makes the count 0-2. On deck for the Dragons, the second baseman, Alex Rogers, and in the hole, the right fielder, Tyler Sammons. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one lined into straightaway center field. It'll find the grass. Coming home is Carizzi. The throw on the way. It'll be cut off by the pitcher, Dodson. And the Dragons, a 2-out rally, find themselves ahead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning.
Number 12, the second baseman, Alex Rogers.
That brings up the second baseman, Alex Rogers, from the stretch. The first delivery to him is fouled off the catcher and back around the Paints logo, 0-1. After 2 quick outs with Hunt and Perry, Carizzi reaches on a single. Cummings is hit by pitch. And Trevathan, a 2-out, 0-2 count. RBI single to center field, which brings home Carizzi. Yeah, 1 pitch fouled straight back again, 0-2. Two pitch on the way, a line drive to the right side. It'll get through the infield, and holding up at third is Cummings, and that'll load the bases with 2 away for the right fielder, Tyler Salmons.
The right fielder, number 15, Tyler Salmons.
3 hits in the inning for the Dragons so far. The first offering from Dodson is swung on and missed. And the ball gets away from the pitcher. Coming home is Cummings, and he will be called safe. Going to third is Trevathan. And just like that, the Dragons out in front, 2-0. Bit of lack of urgency from the Marauders as the throwback to the pitcher by Martin got away from Dodson, and like I said, there wasn't much urgency to get the ball, and Cummings tested him and came home, and although the ball beat him to the plate, he's called safe by the home plate umpire. And that makes it a 2-0 ball game. So Salmons with a chance here. A hit probably brings home 2. As the 0-1 offering can't find the zone, evens it up at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way, low and away, makes it 2-1. On deck, the first baseman, Ethan Wall, and in the hole, the designated hitter, Connor Sansom. Here's the 2-1. A called strike evens it up at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is swung through for the third out of the inning. The Dragons strand 2, but not before plating 2, gives them a 2-0 lead heading into the top of the second inning. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Welcome back in here to VA Memorial Stadium. Marauders going to look to answer back here in the top half of the second inning. Terrion Ebert's going to lead things off for the Marauders. Blake Trevathan back on the mound for the Dragons. First offering on the way is skied straight up in the air to the right side. First baseman Wall is under it and makes the grab for the first out of the inning, one away.
The left fielder, number 5, Joey Young.
I'll bring up the left fielder, Joey Young. First pitch to Young is fouled away to the right side and out of play into the Marauder bullpen. That'll make the count 0-1. A 1 pitch, a little upstairs, evens it up at 1-1. Looks like the rain has maybe lightened up just a little bit as the 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back and over the backstop, makes it a 1-2 count. Still coming down pretty decently, not as heavy as it was when the game started. 1-2 pitch on the way and just misses the plate, evens it up at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch finds the zone, strike 3 called. It's good for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up the catcher, Jake Martin. Second strikeout on the day for Trevathan. And he is 1 out away from a 1-2-3 top of the second. Trevathan delivers the 1-0, does not find the zone. A hitter's count now for Martin. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 swinging line. This one into right field. And a throw attempt to first will not be in time. A 2-out single for the catcher, Jake Martin. Brings up Connor Imboden, the center fielder for the Marauders, with 1 man on and 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Trevathan comes set, delivers the first offering upstairs, 1-0. Pitch is swung through, evens it up at a 1-1 with 2 down. After Imboden back to the top of the lineup for the Marauders as the 1-1 pitch is just a tad inside, 2-1. Lane Stanley on deck for Meigs. Luke Finland in the hole. 2-1 outside, makes it 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Swung on and fouled away to the right side. Makes it a full count with 2 away. Expect Martin to be on the move on the pitch. Got him looking, strike 3 called. That gets the Dragons out of the inning with no runs allowed. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Leading up the Dodson Central Dragons, the first baseman is number 11, Ethan Wall.
Ethan Wall going to start things off for the Dragons here in the bottom of the second inning here in this Division III district final between the Fairland Dragons and the Meigs Marauders. 2 runs last inning for the Dragons gets us to this current 2-0 lead for Fairland. Due up for the Dragons, Ethan Wall, Connor Sansom, and then back to the top of the lineup with Bryson Hunt. Drew Dodson back to work on the mound for the Marauders. 0-1 pitch outside, makes it 1-1. One pitch on the way, swung through, pushes it to a 1-2 count. Last inning, Hunt and Perry retired quickly to get 2 outs in the inning for the Marauders, and then a 2-out rally for the Dragons allowed them to plate 2 as the 1-2 pitch is swung on and skied into shallow center field, and it is brought in by Connor Imboden for the first out of the inning, 1 away.
Connor Sansom.
Brings up Connor Sansom. First offering is on the way, gets by the catcher Martin for the first ball of the at-bat, 1-0. Pitch from Dodson finds the zone, pushes it to a 1-1 count. One swung through, 2 straight strikes for Dodson. That gets it to a 1-2 count. One-two pitch on the way, fouled back and out of the stadium. We'll try the 1-2 pitch again. Out of the windup, Dodson delivers the 1-2. Low and away, evens it up at 2-2. And he got him swinging, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Bryson Hunt.
The shortstop, number 4, Bryson Hunt.
Hunt to ground out to the third baseman an inning ago. Coming up for his second plate appearance. First offering from Dodson on the way. A called strike, 0-1. A 1 pitch is fouled. I believe caught a piece of Hunt. Makes it a 0-2 count. Oh, 0-2 pitch on the way upstairs and a little bit outside, 1-2. There's the 1-2. A chopper to the left side, picked up by the pitcher. Dodson, throw on to first, is not in time. An infield single for Bryson Hunt. And what could possibly be another 2-out rally for the Dragons.
Left fielder, number 10, Meigs.
Brings up the left fielder, Blaze Perry. On the move is Hunt. Throw on to second is off target. And Hunt is into second successfully. No, they're going to call him. I think they got interference called on Hunt, which will be good for the third out of the inning. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Second baseman, number 6, Lane Stanley.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Marauders. Lane Stanley going to kick things off here in the third inning. Still on the mound, Blake Trevathan, whose first offering is called a ball, starts off the count 1-0. 1-0 pitch, a called strike, evens it up at 1-1. Two-one offering on the way, low and away, 3-1. One pitch is swung on and fouled away off the back netting. Makes it a full count for Lane Stanley. Payoff pitch on the way, and a called strike 3 on Lane Stanley for the first out of the inning.
The shortstop, number 14, Luke Finlaw.
Luke Finland, a hit by pitch back in the first. He'd go all the way around to third where he would be stranded. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. Two and 0 the count to Luke Finland. On deck, the first baseman, Ethan Stewart. And in the hole, the opposing pitcher, Drew Dodson. Here's the 2-0. Popped straight up in the infield. Coming in is Ethan Wall, and he will make the grab for the second out of the inning, which will bring up Ethan Stewart with 2 away.
Number 26, the first baseman, Ethan Stewart.
Stewart, a 1-out single in his only plate appearance back in the first inning. 1 of 2 hits so far for Meigs. And he'll take the first offering from Trevathan for a called strike, 0-1. Lay off the 0-1 pitch, evens it up at 1-1. One pitch is swung on, a ground ball to the left side, fielded by Hunt, and the throw on to first is in time for the third out of the inning. Still a 2-0 ball game in favor of the Dragons. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. A 1-2-3 top half of the third inning gives Fairland a chance here to extend their 2-run lead over the Marauders. Due up for the Dragons, Blaze Perry, Nico Carizzi, and Cooper Cummings. First offering from Dodson is swung on by Perry, which makes the count 0-1. A 1 pitch is grounded to the left side, fielded by Finland, and the throw on to first is in time for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Nico Carizzi with 1 away.
Number 17, third baseman, Nico Carizzi.
Carizzi, a strikeout swinging back in the first, which following that was Fairland's 2-out rally, which included 3 singles, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout to end the inning, which resulted in 2 runs for the Dragons. As Carizzi, first pitch swinging, skies this one straight up in the infield and is caught by the pitcher, Drew Dodson, 2 away. That brings up the catcher, Cooper Cummings, who was hit by a pitch in his last AB, and I believe was warned by the umpire for his, you want to call it a bat toss or a bat flip after being hit by the pitch. He's down on the count 0-1, and is now even in the count 1-1. 1-1 swinging, a blooper to the left side, and Finland has trouble with it. And Cummings will reach on error, which will put one man on with 2 away for the pitcher, Blake Trevathan. Trevathan, I believe, an RBI single. No, just a single in his last at-bat. First pitch to Trevathan, a called strike, 0-1. No, it was Trevathan did indeed have an RBI single. As on the move is Cummings, throw to second is off target, and Cummings is into second with a successful stolen base. Yeah, Trevathan an RBI single, and then Cummings would come home to score on the throwing error, and really just kind of a team error, which was started off by a bad throw back to the pitcher, and not a lot of urgency from the Marauders to get the ball, as Cummings was able to go third to home on that play. 2-1 the count to Blake Trevathan. From the stretch, the 2-1 on the way. Ground ball to the left side, fielded by Finland. And the throw on to first is in time for the third out of the inning. Still a 2-0 ball game here at VA Memorial Stadium. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
count for top of the Mars. The pitcher, number 30, Drew Dodson.
Opposing pitcher Drew Dodson going to lead things off for Meigs here in the top of the 4th inning. A 1-2-3 inning for the Marauders last inning. That being Stanley, Finland, and Stewart. Brings them to the cleanup batter, Drew Dodson, to start things off. Dodson first pitch swinging to straightaway center field, and it is brought in by Hunter Likens, 1 away. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Caleb Burnham. Strikeout looking back in the 1st inning. His 2nd plate appearance now. First offering from Trevathan is upstairs, 1-0. Out of the windup, here is the 1-0 offering, which is down and away. A hitter's count now for Burnham at 2-0. Just now joining us, a Division III district final between the Fairland Dragons and the Meigs Marauders. Here's the 2-0. Just swung through, pushes the count to 2-1. Fairland a 2-run bottom of the 1st inning, which is responsible for their current 2-0 lead over the Marauders. 3-1 count to the batter in a 5-pitch walk for Caleb Burnham. So that puts a man on with 1 away for Theron Eberts. And the first pitch to Eberts is a called strike, 0-1. From the stretch, here is the 0-1, a called strike, 0-2. And through the wet and rainy game it has been so far, Trevathan had pretty good control on the mound. And got him looking, strike 3 called for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Joey Young. First pitch, a ball to Joey Young, 1-0. Chopper back up the middle, fielded by Rogers. He will step on second for the 3rd out of the inning. Fairland still out in front, 2-0. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Number 12, the second baseman, Alex Rogers.
Alex Rogers going to kick things off for us in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Dragons out in front, 2-0 over the Meigs Marauders. Rogers, a 2-out single in his only plate appearance, which came in the first inning. And he is first pitch swinging a flare to right field that is brought in by Jake McElroy, one away.
Number 15, right fielder, Tyler Salmons.
Salmons went down swinging back in the first to end the 2-out rally that the Dragons had going. He'll now come up for the second time. Drew Dodson still on the mound for the Marauders. Once again, first pitch swinging, gets away from Dodson. He'll flip it to first, and it is in time for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up the first baseman, Ethan Wall, with 2 away. Chance here for a 3-pitch inning. If Wall is first pitch swinging, which he is, but fouls it back off the netting, 0-1. From the windup, here's the 0-1 upstairs, evens it up at 1-1. One delivery on the way. This one fouled straight back and over the backstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count for the Fairland Dragon first baseman, Ethan Wall. Here is the 2-2. And got him swinging strike 3. That'll end the inning and send us into the top of the 5th. Fairland 2 and Meigs nothing. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Jake Martin.
Jake Martin going to lead things off for the Marauders here in the top half of the 5th inning. A single from Martin represents his only plate appearance so far in the game, that coming in the 2nd inning. He'll come up now with his Marauders trailing the Dragons 2-0 and down in the count, no balls to 1 strike. 0-1 pitch, low and very away, evens it up at 1-1. The due-up for the Marauders. Martin going to lead things off. Connor Embledon on deck, and Lane Stanley at the top of the order in the hole. And then Luke Finlon in the double hole for the Marauders. 1-1 pitch is downstairs, 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. Swung through, evens it up at 2-2. So the winner of this game will advance to the regional semifinal, which will be held here at the VA next Thursday. Chopper back to the mound, fielded by Trevathan, and he will take it himself for, well, actually I believe he did hand it off to the first baseman Wall. 1 away.
Number 13, the center fielder, Connor Inboden.
That'll bring up Connor Imboden, went down looking back in the second. And he'll take the first pitch he sees for a called strike, quickly down on the count, 0-1. 0-1 pitch is outside, makes it a 1-1 count on deck. Lane Stanley, and now in the hole, Luke Finlon. One pitch swinging, makes it a 1-2 count on the batter Imboden. And he will be hit on the 1-2 offering. That'll send him to first base with 1 away. And it'll bring up the second baseman, Lane Stanley.
Second baseman, number 6, Lane Stanley.
Stanley representing the tying run at the moment for the Marauders. From the stretch, Trevathan delivers the first offering. Imboden was on the move to second, however, foul ball will send him back to first. And looks like Lane Stanley said, heck with the elbow pad. He throws that into the dugout. Ball gets away from the first baseman Wall. Imboden did look like he was going to be on his way to second. However, the off-target throw by Trevathan will allow him to do that anyway, which puts a man in scoring position with 1 away for the batter, Lane Stanley. Trevathan delivers the 0-1. It's swung through, makes the count 0-2. And got him looking. Strike 3 called for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Luke Finlon. A big at-bat here for Finlon as the sun finally starts to come out here at VA Memorial Stadium. First speed off pitch called a strike. I think I said first speed off the pitch, but 0-1 the count to Finlon. Low and away, evens it up at 1-1. From the stretch, here's the 1-1, another called strike. That pushes the count to 1-2. Big time at bat here for Finlon. Would be a huge out for Trevathan and the Dragons. Trevathan comes set, delivers the 1-2, and it gets away from the catcher, Cooper. And that allows Imboden to advance to third. Base knock here brings home a run and would cut the Dragon lead in half here in the top half of the 5th inning. Two and two, the counts to Fenlon. Here's the pitch, low and away, 3-2. Payoff pitch on the way, and a called ball 4. That'll put runners on the corners with 2 away for the 3-hole, Ethan Stewart. So after the mound visit, Trevathan will stay in the game. And Ethan Stewart will step up to the plate with 2 men gone and runners on the corners. And he is first pitch swing. He'll foul this one to the right side and out of play. And he will start the at-bat out, 0-1. One pitch on the way, upstairs and a bit away. Brings it back to even at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. I believe it was an off-speed pitch. Can't find the zone, 2-1. Trevathan comes set, delivers the 2-1. It's swung on and popped straight up in the air. And will go back and land on top of the grandstand here at the VA. Makes the count 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Once again, swung on and fouled straight back and into the parking lot. We'll try the 2-2 pitch again. Big time at bat here. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and lined into straightaway center field and brought in by Likens for the 3rd out of the inning. Once again, Blake Trevathan A scoreless inning of work. We'll head into the bottom half of the 5th inning with the Dragons out in front 2-0 over the Marauders. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth. Connor Sampson going to lead things off for the Dragons in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Just now joining us in this Division III district final. Fairland Dragons out in front 2-0 over the Meigs Marauders. After a 2-run bottom of the 1st inning by the Dragons, no runs have been scored by either team since then. And first pitch swinging is Sansom. Gets him down on the count, 0-1. Still on the mound, Drew Dodson for the Marauders. Only allowed 4 hits, 2 runs. And the 0-1 is a called strike. Makes the count 0-2. Due up for the Dragons this inning, Sansom, Hunt, and Perry. Here's the 1-2. And got him swinging strike 3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Dragons with the shortstop, Bryson Hunt. Hunt's 3rd plate appearance, his first since the 2nd. 1 for 2 on the day with a single in that at-bat. Was caught stealing later during Perry's at-bat, which ended the inning. He's first pitch swinging this one out of play to the right side. And that'll give Hunt a 0-1 count. From the windup, Dodson delivers the 0-1, and it is swung through by Hunt. Another 0-2 count. Hunt flares this one to the right side. 3 defenders moving over, and I believe it's Ethan Stewart will bring it in for the 2nd out of the inning. That'll bring up the 2-hole left fielder, Blaze Perry, with 2 away.
Number 10, left fielder, Blaze Perry.
Perry 0 for 2 in the ballgame with a strikeout and a ground out to the shortstop. His 3rd plate appearance today. He whiffs at the first one, starts out his at-bat down on the count, no balls to 1 strike. He fouls the 0-1 to the right side, not a play, 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way upstairs, 1-2. Off-speed pitch, this one sawed off to the right side, and it'll be caught by the second baseman, Stanley, and that'll send us into the 6th inning. Fairland still out in front, 2-0. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Dodson.
Drew Dodson going to be leading things off for the Marauders here in the top of the 6th inning. His 2nd time leading off an inning and his 3rd plate appearance of the game. 0 for 2 so far with a fly out to right and a line out to center. Trevathan still on the mound for the Dragons. And this at-bat will start out with a strike. The count, 0-1. O2 offering on the way, got him swinging, strike 3. 1 away.
Designated hitter number 15, Caleb Burnham.
Seven strikeouts so far in the game for Trevathan. Only 2 hits, no runs allowed. And the first pitch to Burnham is fouled away, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch is upstairs and in. Brings it back to even at 1-1. Burnham able to hold off the high cheese and gives him somewhat of a hitter's count at 2-1. Two-1 pitch is grounded to the left side, fielded by Hunt. And the throw on to first is off target. It bounces off the fence and back into the infield, and advancing to second is Burnham, which puts a runner in scoring position with 1 away for Theron Eberts.
Number 1 for third baseman, Theron Eberts.
Theron Eberts 0 for 2 on the game. Still looking for his first hit. He'll take the first pitch he sees for a ball, 1-0. 1-0 pitch, a called strike, evens it up at 1-1. And the 1-1 finds the zone. 2 straight strikes, puts the count at 1-2. On deck for the Marauders, Joey Young. In the hole, Jake Martin. Martin, one of 2 Marauders with a base hit so far in this contest. From the stretch, the 1-2 on the way, a check swing. And the throw on to first to complete the strikeout. Throw on to third is not in time. So Burning able to get to third safely on the strikeout. Which brings up the left fielder, Joey Young, with 2 away.
Joey Young.
8 strikeouts now for the pitcher, Trevathan. Here's the first offering to Young, a called strike. Starts the at bat out at 0-1. He's swinging through the 0-1 pitch, 0-2. Trevathan 1 strike away from his 6th inning, his 6th scoreless inning of work. A chopper fielded by the catcher Cummings, and the throw on to first in time, scoreless through 6 for Blake Trevathan. And we'll head into the bottom half of the 6th inning with the Dragons out in front, 2-0. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
Leading off the bottom of the 6 for the Dragons, number 17, the third baseman, Nico Carizzi.
The third baseman, Nico Carizzi, going to lead off for the Dragons in what could be their last at-bat in today's contest. First pitch swinging, Carizzi is down on the count, 0-1. As next inning for the Marauders could be their last inning batting, as they're unable to score 2 runs. That would send Fairland to the regional semifinal round and award them a district championship plaque. One and two the count. Here's the offering, fouled back off the netting. And we'll try the 1-2 again. One-two pitch on the way, off speed, up and in. That brings it back to even at 2-2. From the windup, Dodson delivers the 2-2. And this one is sent over the fence and into the stands down the third base line. We'll try the 2-2 again. And the 2-2 pitch misses the zone. I thought it may have been the 2-2 pitch, and it was the 2-2 pitch, as we thought up here in the press box. So that'll push it to a full count on the leadoff man, Carizzi. Due up for the Dragons, Carizzi currently with a full count. On deck, the catcher, Cooper Cummings, and in the hole, the pitcher, Blake Trevathan. Payoff pitch on the way, got him swinging, strike 3 for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the catcher, Cooper Cummings. Cummings 0 for 1 was hit by a pitch back in the first. Reached on an error in the third. And he's first pitch swinging to the left side, fielded by Eberts. And the throw on to first is in time to retire Cummings. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Blake Trevathan, with 2 away. Been a pretty quick ball game. The 12 p.m. start time, currently 1:25. And given no more runs are scored by either team, we're only 4 outs away from the conclusion of this game. First pitch to Trevathan misses the zone, 1-0. Misses the zone as well. A hitter's count here for Trevathan at 2 balls and no strikes. Three straight balls in this at-bat for Drew Dodson. On deck, the second baseman, Alex Rogers.
What's up, Tyler? Yes.
And he'll take the 3-0 for a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up Alex Rogers. And we will have a pinch runner. Number 2, Keegan Smith, going to come on to run for the pitcher, Trevathan.
Running at first base of the Dragons, number 2, Keegan Smith. Now batting, number 12, the second baseman, Alex Rogers.
Rogers 1 for 2 on the day, a single back in the first, and a fly out to right field in the fourth.
Chad's got it.
His third plate appearance today. Dodson will step off the back of the mound and right back on. Dodson comes set. Pickoff attempt to first base. Almost gets away from Stewart. However, he comes off the base to get the ball. Winner of this game will advance to the regional semifinal next Thursday here at VA Memorial Stadium. They will take on the winner of the game following this one at 4 p.m. between the Zane Trace Pioneers and the Minford Falcons. Once again, that game scheduled for a 4 p.m. start time. However, I haven't looked at the radar. Most likely will start on time as Rogers sends this one into left center field. It gets past the center fielder Imboden, and coming home to score will be Keegan Smith. Head first slide and a 2-out RBI double for Alex Rogers.
The right fielder, number 15, Tyler Salmons.
Tyler Salmon's first pitch swinging down in the count. No balls to 1 strike. Salmon's 0 for 2 on the day. Went down swinging back in the first. And a chopper back to the pitcher in the fourth. Pickoff attempt to second. Smith back end safely. One and one, the count to the right fielder, Tyler Salmons. On deck, number 22, Alex Morgan, who, if he does step up to the plate, will be hitting in the place of the first baseman, Ethan Wall. 1-2 pitch on the way from Dodson. This one fouled back off the netting. We'll try the 1-2 again. One-two, can't find the zone. That brings it back to even at 2-2. Base hit here, most likely brings home a big insurance run for the Dragons. Here's the 2-2, and it hits the batter Salmons, and that puts 2 men on for who will be pinch hitting for Ethan Wall and number 22, Alex Morgan. So the defense going to stay the same as it is for the Marauders. Drew Dodson going to stay on the mound with 2 men on and 2 away for the pinch hitter, Alex Morgan. Morgan, first pitch swinging, skies this one to the right side of the infield. Moving under it is Stewart, and he'll make the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. That'll send us to the top of the 7th inning. Fairland gets an insurance run and is ahead 3-0. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Jake Martin going to start things off for the Marauders as they are 3 outs away. Well, they're down to their last 3 outs. Unless they're able to plate 3 base runners here. Trevathan looking for the complete game shutout for the Dragons. And he's currently ahead in the count. No balls to 1 strike on the batter, Martin. Due up for the Marauders, Jake Martin. On deck number 13, Connor Embodin. And in the hole, the second baseman, Lane Stanley. 1-1 the count to the batter, Martin. One misses the mark. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one pitch on the way. Ground ball to the right side. Fielded by Rogers. And the throw on to first for the first out of the inning. Dragons now 2 outs away from a district title. Brings up Connor Embodin. 0 for 1 on the day. Was hit by a pitch in the 5th. His 3rd plate appearance now. Here's the first offering. First pitch swinging and missing. Down on the count, 0-1. A 1 offering on the way. A fly ball hit to right field. Samon's moving under it, and he makes the grab for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Lane Stanley, as the Marauders are down to their final out. Trevathan 1 out away from a complete game shutout. And he is ahead in the count, 0-1 in this district final matchup between the Fairland Dragons and the Meigs Marauders. Fly ball to left field. Perry camped under it. And the Dragons have won the district a complete game shutout for Blake Trevathan. We will step aside for a moment as I garner all the stats from today's contest. And when we come back, we will have the trophy presentation ceremony as well as all the stats from tonight's game, or from today's game. This is Ohio High School Baseball on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by OhioHealth.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by OhioHealth has to offer by visiting our website at SOSAOhio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's SOSAOhio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Before we hand out the awards, let's have a big hand for both teams on a very well played game. And please direct your attention to the field where the Southeast District Athletic Board will be presenting today's district runner-up and district championship trophies to the respective schools.
All right, so as the trophy presentation ceremony starts, we'll go over the stats, and then that will be all I have for you for this game. So we'll start with the Meigs Marauders. Only 2 hits for the Marauders in today's game. Those being from Ethan Stewart, who finished 1 for 3, and Jake Martin, who finished 1 for 3 as well, both of those being singles. Taking the loss for the Marauders is Drew Dodson. Went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of those being earned, and 6 strikeouts for Dodson. That takes us over to Fairland, the winners of the district title. Bryson Hunt, 1 for 3. Nico Carizzi, 1 for 3 with a run scored. That brings us to Blake Trevathan, was 1 for 2 with an RBI. Keegan Smith had a run scored. Alex Rogers, 2 for 3 with an RBI. And that is all for the hitting stats. And that takes us to Blake Trevathan. Complete game shutout, 2 hits and 8 strikeouts in this district final. Fairland advances to the regional semifinal round next Thursday here at the VA, where they will take on the winner between the Zane Trace Pioneers and the Menford Falcons. So once again, the final here from the VA, Fairland 3, Meigs nothing. And that is all I have for you today. If you plan on coming to the next game in person or in the stream, I will see you there. If not, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Number 18, Jake McElroy. Number 21, Brandon Young. Number 22, Jake Martin. Number 23, Malachi Quinn. Number 26, Ethan Stewart. Number 30, Drew Dodson. Number 22, Jeremiah Martin. Head coach of the Marauders, Pat Martin. Along with his staff, Steve Wood, Eddie Fife, Matt Finlaw, Sean Arnott, and trainer Nate Chapman. Will the seniors for the Marauders please go forward and receive your district runner-up trophy. Let's hear it one more time for your Meigs Marauders. And now, the 2022 district champion in Division 3, the Fairland Dragons. Number 23, Ryan McLean. Number Luke Brown. Number 2, Keegan Smith. Number 14, Garrett Cornwell. Number 1, Elias Blankenship. Number 30, Drew Denny. Number 6, Carson Sansom. Number 8, Blake Sammons. Number 22, Alex Morgan. Number 5, Hunter Likens. Number 28, Connor Sansom. Number 11, Ethan Wall. Number 15, Tyler Sammons. Number 12, Alex Rogers. Number 9, Blake Trevathan. Number 7, Cooper Cummings. Number 17, Nico Carizzi. Number 10, Blaze Perry. And number 4, Bryson Hunt. And now the head coach of the Dragons, Michael Hill. Assistant coaches, Greg Hill and Brandon Keeney. Will the Dragons please come forward to receive your district championship trophy? Congratulations to the Dragons, who will now advance to the regional semifinal that will be played here at Van Memorial Stadium on Thursday, June 2nd at 12 p.m. Our next game between St. Trace and Medford